losing a brother, one of our fellow officers.
That's Fargo Police Chief David Todd telling us the morning of February 11th that Officer Jason Moser would not survive a gunshot wound suffered in a North Fargo standoff the night before. Moser was among the many officers who scrambled on a call for help about Marcus Schumacher, who was threatening family members with a gun.
Now, Moser's death prompted an outpouring of sympathy from people and businesses across the valley and from around the country. Fargo police have been flooded with showings of support in the form of flowers, handmade cards, kids' posters, and a huge response on social media.
It will continue today as family, friends, and coworkers lay Jason Moser to rest. Hi again, and good morning, everyone. It's now 10 minutes before 7. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Kyle Bosch. We're starting our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. And we want to start by going live to South Fargo and Scheels Arena. That is the area that will be packed with people paying their respects to Officer Jason Moser today. And we check in with the Valley Today's Christy Larson with what she's seeing there. A lot more activity than when you first arrived this morning, Christy, it looks like.
Yeah, that's right. Things were very quiet this morning when we first arrived, and now things have picked up around this area. We've been watching them set up those roadblocks on 32nd Avenue. That's going to be shut down, and I'm assuming it's already starting to be shut down from 45th Street South all the way to Veterans Boulevard. That's going to be saved for that funeral parking and that funeral traffic. Now, the service is starting today at 1 o'clock. Doors are going to be opening at 11 a.m. But as we've been talking about, we've already been seeing a lot of different law agencies coming around here. There's been a lot of different sheriff's departments, police, and also, guys, the Red River Valley SWAT Bearcat was outside of the Scheels Arena this morning. Now, we did get a picture of that funeral set up from the inside of the Scheels Arena. They have many chairs set up on the floor of the Scheels Arena, but there is a limited number of seating, also limited number of parking spaces. So if you are planning on attending today, they want to make sure that you're not only carpooling, but also do not bring your small children. They're also asking no audio or recording devices inside of there. But it's going to be a long day for many of us out here as we continue to bring you coverage of the funeral today. And guys, if you don't have to come out here to this area for this there's going to be a lot of traffic. If you don't have to come out here for the funeral, then do not come to this area. Stay away from all this traffic. But of course, a lot of people will be attending. Thousands, 5,000 to 6,000 can fit into Scheels Arena. And of course, the procession after the funeral will be starting from that area as well. So if you don't need to be in the area, avoid the area. But of course, a lot of people do want to go to that area to pay their respects. Christy Larson, we know you'll be reporting, and we'll have a lot of reporters out in the area to keep people up to date throughout the morning and into the funeral coverage as well. Thank you, Christy. There will also be a big presence in North Fargo today. We'll check on that story coming up live here from the Fargo Dome in just a few minutes. But we want to go to weather and traffic on the ones now, and we start with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Well, you may have noticed the snowflakes flying around during Christy's shot out there in the western part of the FM Metro. The snow starting to move into that area right now. You can see this bout of snow. It basically stretches from Cass County through Barnes County and back over toward Lemoore County this morning, and it looks pretty heavy in comparison to the other areas where we do have some scattered snow going on. So I want to point out that this is going to be impacting us this morning. Hopefully it'll be short-lived. It's been moving pretty quickly, but it may be just enough to bring down visibility. If you're planning on hitting the road here in the next several minutes, you're going to run into that. And in addition to that, coat those road surfaces and make for some slick conditions just in time, unfortunately, for that morning commute. So take it easy on the roads today. If you are heading into town to go to the funeral, just be aware that you might want to give yourself a little extra time here this morning and even into the later morning hours because of some slick spots on the roadways thanks to this snow. It's moving eastward along I-94, but it's dropping south as it does so. So this may be more of a southern metro event than north, but we'll all have that chance for seeing some snowflakes here as this moves through and again accumulate just a little bit. 22 degrees currently in Fargo, 24 in Grand Forks. In the east we're in the teens, and in the west we're into the 20s right now. Visibility coming down just a little with that snow. You can see our temperatures today going to be rather mild. We're starting off in the low 20s, rising into the mid, even some upper 30s possible in parts of the southern valley for today. Mostly cloudy skies and a chance for some snow showers. Wind will be out of the south and into the teens rains gusting up to about 20 miles per hour. Next couple of days look to be mild. Today, again, some snow showers this morning. We may see another round of very light snow overnight and into early Tuesday, and mild weather through the work week. Let's check in now with Al for a traffic update.
At least we have a steady string of lights out here on Interstate 94 this morning, westbound. Lots of traffic out here. Not as heavy as normal, but definitely picking up. No two ways about that. Eastbound I-94 traffic is pretty active as well. Careful around the ramps. One around 45th traffic's awfully thick there, as are things around the tri-level. Interstate 29 traffic is doing pretty well as well. Northbound Interstate 29 in particular, and once again, lots of congestion around the tri-level. Road services mainly dry travel speeds right around 60 miles an hour. So drive carefully today. Al Ahmed, Valley Today traffic.
We have certainly learned a lot about fallen Fargo police officer Jason Moser in the days since his death. Friends say he was a hero almost all of his life. He was a graduate of Fargo South and NDSU. He donated organs and has helped people, at least 5 people seeking organ donations. Officer Moser started with the Fargo Police Department about 6 years ago, and it didn't take long before he made his mark on the community.
Just a few years after joining Fargo Police, Moser was awarded a Silver Star Medal from the department for pulling 2 children from a burning home. Hundreds of law enforcement officers from across the country are gathering in North Fargo this morning to make their way together down to Scheels Arena for Moser's funeral.
Now, the plan is to drive to the funeral together, as Lisa just mentioned. Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson is already live at the Fargo Dome this morning. Nicole?
Good morning, Kyle and Lisa. I've seen a couple police officers show up. Looks like in their personal car. We're told some people are going to be shuttling here to the funeral at Scheels Arena. It's pretty empty. We haven't seen any squad cars yet, but in the next couple hours, they're expecting around 700 police cars are going to show up here and take part in the procession over to Scheels Arena. Now, I wanted to read something too. As I was standing here scrolling Facebook, Scheels Arena put a picture from the New York Yankees. They sent flowers over to the Scheels Arena with a note that says, "With our deepest sympathy, our thoughts and prayers go out to the entire Moser family and the family of the police department." Now, that's the same type of sympathy and respect we've been seeing from people all over the community, and we're going to see a lot more of that today. In Fargo, Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
Well, thank you very much. Valley News Live's coverage of the funeral for Officer Jason Moser will start shortly before 1 p.m. today on KVLY and online at valleynewslive.com. For a complete wrap-up of all of the day's coverage, you can tune in to 6:30 POV on KX4. Of course, many people will be paying their respects to Officer Moser during the funeral procession. It will go on a 21-mile route through West Fargo, Fargo, and Moorhead, and starts immediately after the funeral. The route will take family members and hundreds of first responder vehicles past some key locations, including Cheney Middle School in West Fargo, which is attended by one of Officer Moser's children, and also past the Minnesota National Guard Armory in North Moorhead, where Jason was a member.
The next 2 locations are in Fargo, Sanford Health downtown, where Moser was taken and treated after being shot the night of February 10th. And Fargo Police Headquarters, where, of course, he worked for the past 6 years. The procession ends at Hanson Runsvold Funeral Home near Island Park in Fargo for a private family ceremony. Now, as you can see on the map, part of the funeral procession includes a stretch of I-29 from Maine to County Road 20. Police say the interstate will not be shut down, but they are asking drivers not to jump into the procession line of vehicles.
There are also likely to be other delays in traffic around town, including around some schools in West Fargo and Moorhead. District officials say they are working on plans to try and cut down on any delays for students or parents, and will notify parents of those plans. And one last reminder that 32nd Avenue South is going to be closed from 45th Street to Veterans Boulevard from around 7 this morning until around 4 this afternoon.
Cass County Sheriff's deputies and West Fargo Police will be patrolling and responding to calls in Fargo today so that every employee of the Fargo Police Department can attend their coworker's funeral.
Our way of mourning Jason is to be able to make all of this happen for everybody else. And to all of us, I can't think of a greater honor than to make this happen for them.
Now, those 2 neighboring departments will be taking over Fargo streets for a 24-hour period starting at 7 this morning. Well, one of the things that people around Fargo and far beyond are doing to show their support for the Fargo Police Department, lighting up blue lights.
Yeah, we saw a run on blue bulbs at stores and at Fargo Police Department, which was taking donations for the Moser family. Many people plan to keep the blue lights lit long after Jason's funeral today.
We can light up today, this week, in honor of him, but every day. I'm going to have this on every day, and every day I see that, it's going to make me think of him.
Of course, a lot of private businesses also donated money from the blue light bulb sales to the Moser family.
Well, let's get one last check of our weather. Obviously, a lot of people going to be outside today, probably during that procession, and maybe dealing with some snow.
Yeah, especially if you're heading into town this morning in the early morning hours. We have this band of snow moving through here this morning, and that could be causing some slick spots, so be careful.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great